The night was still, with a pale moon casting long shadows over the quiet streets of Milltown. For many, it was just another uneventful evening. But for Dr. Elena Carter, an astrophysicist working the late shift at the Milltown Observatory, the night would become the most extraordinary of her life. At precisely 2:17 a.m., the telescope's sensors detected a sudden and inexplicable distortion in the fabric of space, a shimmering void that appeared just outside Earth's orbit. Before she could alert her colleagues, a blinding light illuminated the observatory. When the light subsided, a figure stood in the center of the room, clad in an iridescent suit that shimmered like liquid metal. "Do not fear," the figure spoke, its voice resonating in a way that seemed to bypass the ears and speak directly to the mind. "I am Kale, a visitor from Earth's future. I have come to warn you." Elena, though terrified, managed to stammer, "Warn us? About what?" Kale's gaze was intense, yet filled with a sorrow that seemed infinite. "In my time, the year 3125, Earth as you know it no longer exists. It is not destroyed but transformed, a place unrecognizable, dominated by artificial ecosystems and devoid of natural life. I traveled through a wormhole, a relic of experimental physics, to prevent this future." The room seemed to shrink as Kale spoke. "The transformation begins now, in 2025, with the overuse of synthetic biology and geoengineering. Humanity's noble attempts to reverse climate change spiral out of control, creating a cascading effect that renders the planet uninhabitable for its original species. Only humans and machines endure, but at great cost. What can we do?" Elena whispered, her mind racing. Kale extended a small device, no larger than a coin, glowing faintly blue. "This contains knowledge, not just of my future but of the pathways that can lead to alternate outcomes. Share it wisely, for if it falls into the wrong hands, it may accelerate the very fate I seek to prevent." Before Elena could ask more, the figure's suit began to shimmer violently. Kale looked pained. "The wormhole destabilizes. I must go." "Wait!" Elena cried. "How will we know if we succeed?" Kale smiled faintly. "Your skies will remain blue, your forests green. That is how you will know." With a flash, Kale vanished, leaving the device and an awestruck Elena behind. She clutched the glowing coin, realizing the weight of responsibility now rested with her and all of humanity. The next morning, the news broke of an unexplained celestial event detected by observatories worldwide. But only Elena knew the truth. As she stared at the coin, she vowed to gather the brightest minds to decipher its secrets and steer humanity toward a future worth saving. Elena's efforts began immediately. She contacted Dr. Marcus Velt, a renowned expert in theoretical physics, and Dr. Priya Sharma, a leader in ecological sciences. Together, they formed a covert team, codenamed Project Horizon, dedicated to unraveling the mysteries of Kale's device. Within weeks, the device revealed its first secret, an intricate map of interconnected solutions. It showed sustainable technologies, improved methods for reversing climate change, and warnings against certain scientific practices. But the map also contained gaps, indicating choices humanity had to make independently. As the team worked tirelessly, whispers of their project began to spread. Corporate leaders and government officials grew curious, and soon the team faced external pressures. Some saw the device as a means to profit, while others feared it could destabilize existing power structures. Elena's worst fears materialized when a private defense contractor attempted to seize the device, claiming it was a matter of national security. The team narrowly escaped with the device, relocating to an undisclosed location. From then on, secrecy became paramount. Months turned into years, and progress was slow but steady. The team's efforts led to the creation of groundbreaking policies and technologies that began to shift the global trajectory. Renewable energy initiatives gained momentum, ecosystems were restored, and international cooperation reached unprecedented levels. Yet, despite these advances, Elena couldn't shake the weight of Kale's warning. Every decision felt monumental, every misstep potentially catastrophic. But she held on to Kale's parting words. "Your skies will remain blue, your forests green." They became her guiding light. By 2035, the world looked different. The first signs of recovery were visible: cleaner air, thriving wildlife, and resilient communities. Elena often wondered if Kale's future had already shifted, or if their work was merely delaying the inevitable. One evening, as she stood under a starlit sky, Elena noticed something peculiar: a faint, shimmering light on the horizon. For a moment, it resembled the wormhole Kale had emerged from years ago. She smiled, hopeful that it was a sign they were on the right path. Humanity still had a long way to go, but the future was no longer set in stone.